while contraction in supply would be defined as the fall in quantity supplied due to fall in price, right? Decrease in quantity supplied, same definition, or downward movement, same definition. Now we will do it on the graph, and you already know that we drew the law of supply, same is the movement. Movement is actually representing the law of supply. Like in movement in demand represents the law of demand. Again, I have taken quantity supplied on the x-axis while price on the y-axis. Taking any point as my original price and original quantity. Now suppose I move to point A at P1, quantity also rises to Q1. This is the expansion, rise in supply due to rise in price. While moving on to some other point, fall in price leads to fall in supply. So this is contraction in supply. As I told you, upward movement moving upwards, downward movement moving downwards, and movement you have only a single diagram, right? Means a single curve. While for supply the shift we have two curves, right and left. That's now we study the shift in the supply curve. And shift are of two types. First is the rightward shift. There is the leftward shift, also known as increase in supply, also known as decrease in supply. See, for movement we said increase in quantity supplied, for shift we say increase in supply, and same for the leftward shift, also known as forward shift, also known as the backward shift. Now when we come to studying the concept of rightward and leftward shift, it is similar to demand and defined also in the same manner. Rightward shift, we will first define rightward shift and the diagram of rightward shift, then leftward shift and the diagram of leftward shift. So first in detail we will study, and remember here the causes are changes in the other factors, price remaining the same. Okay, rightward shift, it is defined as two conditions. First, more is supplied, rather I would write it here. First, when more is supplied at same price, or same is supplied at a right. Again the same logic, that first you can simply understand when seller is supplying more at the same price, it means that supply has increased or it is a rightward shift. The second situation, when even the price has fallen, then also the seller continues to supply the same units or the same quantity of the commodity, that cannot be part of the contraction or expansion, means it cannot be part of the movement, then it is the part of the rightward shift. Now diagrammatically we can understand these two cases or two situations. Suppose this is your initial supply curve. Again quantity supplied on the x-axis, price on the y-axis. This is the new supply curve, right? This is the first condition. Right? When the price was OP, seller was supplying OQ, but at the same price he is ready to supply more. So maybe there is a fall in the input cost, or maybe there is a favorable government policy, or maybe any positive change in the determinants other than price. Now the second situation, you will just mark from here. Okay, here we can see that the seller is ready to supply the OQ, that is the same amount of quantity of the commodity even when the price is falling. So this shows the second condition. Right? This is the first condition and this is the second condition, which is being depicted by the diagram. Whenever you are asked this, you will explain it like this. Diagram is this one which you have to draw. And now we have a look at the causes. Causes, as I told you, the positive changes in the factors other than the price. So for the substitute good we had a inverse relation. It means fall in the price of substitute good, right? Then second we had the technology. So we can call it as technological progress, or you can simply write use of modern technology. Third is the input cost, so a fall in the input cost. Then we can have next is favorable government policy. Then goal of the firm becoming sales maximization, and expectation of fall in price in near future. Okay, so this is the whole concept of rightward shift, the meaning, the diagram and the causes, right? Causes, you can just have a look at the causes. They are nothing new, they are just the determinants with the positive changes. Okay, the changes in the determinants which lead to rise in supply. When you are writing the causes of leftward shift, same, but they will have negative implements, right? That is rise in the price, just opposite, rise in the price of substitute, old technology being used, rise in the price of input cost, unfavorable government policy, goal becoming profit maximization, and expectation of rise in the price in the near future, right? So you just reverse it. Now we will talk about the next concept, that is the leftward shift in supply curve. Again, it can be defined as when less is supplied at same price or same is supplied at a higher price. So just the opposite of the rightward shift, when less is supplied at the given same price and same is supplied even when the price is rising. So what is the second situation? So again, first one is easy to understand. It shows that though the price of the commodity has increased, but the seller is not willing to supply more. So maybe due to the negative changes in the other factors. Okay, when we look at the diagram for the leftward shift. So suppose this is your initial supply curve. This is the supply curve to the left of it. So this is your initial point where price is OP and quantity supplied is OQ. This shows you the first condition, that is less being supplied at the same price. quantity OQ1 even when the price remains same, that is OP. Then if you produce it from here, mark your P1. This point shows you the second situation where same is being supplied even at a higher price. The price of the commodity rises, but still the seller is not willing to increase the supply. He supplies the same quantity. Causes again, as I told you, that they would be reverse of the rightward shift. Okay, so now after understanding the leftward and the rightward shift, we have to move on to the next topic of discussion, that is the elasticity of supply. Remember, we have already done the elasticity of demand, right? It is the degree of responsiveness of demand to changes in price. Similarly, elasticity of supply or ES is the degree of responsiveness of supply to the changes in price. Okay, and it is same formula we use. This is percentage change in quantity supplied upon percentage change in price. As for demand, you have the percentage change in demand upon percentage change in price. Here we have percentage change in supply upon percentage change in price. Meaning is same, formula is same. There is only one difference, that when you are doing the elasticity of demand, there is always a negative sign associated with it. While for elasticity of supply, you always have a positive sign. This negative sign is simply due to the inverse relation between demand and